Hey there, this is Dennis Rowland from Resource Management Associates. It's almost the exact middle of December, which for us means we're starting to gear up and look at compliance requirements that are coming up in the first quarter of next year. If you handle new or used cooking oil at your facility, whether it's a few totes in an industrial park or several thousand gallons on site, this message is for you. Tier 2 community right to know reporting is due nationwide March 1st, and it always sneaks up on people faster than they expect. Every year, facilities across the country need to complete and file reports with local emergency responders and government agencies. You might also hear it called EPGRA, SARA, Section 311, 312, Tier 2, or CRTK reporting. They all refer to the same thing. The idea is simple. You're letting emergency responders and local agencies know what materials you store on site that could pose a physical or health hazard in an emergency situation. It's about transparency and safety for both emergency responders and your communities. Think about it. If there's ever a fire, spill, or other incidents, first responders will know what's there before they arrive. So, when does cooking oil fall under this rule? Well, it's simple. If you have 10,000 pounds or more of a hazardous material, you're required to file a report. There's no carve-outs for industries or certain types of facilities. It's applicable to everyone across the United States. Both new and used cooking oil have safety data sheets, which is a requirement by OSHA for any hazardous material. And despite being a food product that we all use on a weekly basis, both new and used cooking oil do fall under the umbrella of a hazardous material to a certain degree. To put this into perspective, cooking oil weighs about 7.5 pounds per gallon, so roughly 1,333 gallons on site would trigger the need for community right to know reporting. That's pretty close to the SPCC threshold of 1,320 gallons. So if you need one, it's not inconceivable that you will need to do the other. Now remember, the threshold for community right to know reporting is 10,000 pounds. So that's not a lot when you really think about it. That's just a few 500-gallon tanks or a couple of large plastic totes. Not a lot of storage at all can trigger reporting requirements. And this applies to both new and used cooking oil, as well as any other hazardous materials that you may have on site. Now, community right to know reporting can look a little different depending on where you're located. Some states have simplified online reporting portals, while others may require documentation like maps, copies of your safety data sheets, proof of employee training, or printed and physically mailed documents sent to specific response agencies at the local, county, regional, or even state level. In California, for example, the same type of reporting happens through what's called a hazardous materials business plan. It's basically the same thing as Tier 2 reporting, just wrapped up with a different name on it. In other states, this might be handled directly through the state agency or local emergency management offices. It's different everywhere in the United States. Now, no matter where you are though, March 1st is the nationwide due date. Everyone has to get this done by March 1st of next year. If this is news to you, don't panic. Tier 2 reporting is not complicated. It's just really important to get a head start on it. Now, we've got a lot of articles and resources on our website that can help walk you through Tier 2 reporting, what it is, and how to get ahead of it. At Resource Management Associates, we've been helping facilities with community right to know reporting for decades. Whether cooking oil is your primary material or it's just something that you handle in the background, we can help you stay compliant with your Tier 2 reporting needs, keeping you out of trouble. So take a few minutes this month to think about what you store on site, how much you have, and what would happen in an emergency situation. Check your inventory, start your prep, and avoid the last-minute scramble in February.